Sorry I was a couple minutes late again. I had to do some rearranging. Tonight we are practicing in my bedroom because I could not kick my baby and my partner out of the house. Anyways, so hello, welcome to my bedroom. I'm just gonna rearrange just a bit so that I can make sure that it's visible. I think that's a better spot. Okay, so for class this evening, I want to do a bit of a power vinyasa flow. So we're going to be working lots on our core and some hip flexibility and some back flexibility and chest flexibility. So kind of an all-around practice. Yeah. Hey, Jamie. Cool. So for practice this evening, if you have props, that's awesome. If you want to grab a strap and maybe a couple blocks, but if you don't have them, they are super not necessary. This is just if you feel like you're gonna need it for this class. So to have those handy, that might be a good idea. If you don't have blocks, you can always grab a couple of thick books as well. And if you don't have a strap, a belt would work as well, or some sort of a rope or something. Yeah, it's not necessary to have these props, but if you'd like to have them, we are going to be doing some deeper stretches, and it's kind of nice to have them for support. I'm stoked to have you here. Awesome. Okay, so, yes, so let's get started. I think this class will aim for 45 minutes, but we'll see how long it goes. In the last couple days, I haven't been so good at keeping an eye on the time, but I have my computer here beside me with a watch, so we'll see how it goes. Okay. Hello to everyone else who's watching. I don't see any other names, but welcome to class. So yeah, let's get started. Once again, if you have a mat, that's great. If not, if you can just find some carpet or a blanket to practice on as well, that would be awesome. And then let's move to our mat. Once again, this is my first time teaching in my bedroom, so if you're watching and you have some critiques about my volume, if you could please let me know. I can see comments on the screen, so please let me know how this video is working out, and I'll try to accommodate as much as possible. Okay, so let's come to any easy seated position, so whatever that looks like for you. And if that's cross-legged, if you like to sit on your knees, if you'd like to sit up on a block or a bolster, feel free to do so. And then resting your hands on your knees, let's close the eyes. And let's start out by taking a nice big inhale through the nose. And exhale out of the mouth. Beautiful. We're going to do that 2 more times. Nice big inhale. And exhale. Beautiful. One more nice big inhale. And exhale. Very nice. And then returning back to your natural breath, your natural rhythm. Inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the nose. And let's not manipulate the breath in any way to start out, but just noticing how your breath is naturally flowing today. Tuning into your body's natural rhythm. And connecting that with how you're feeling today. So checking in with your physical body, with your mental state. Allowing yourself to meet yourself wherever it is that you're at. Beautiful, and let's start to deepen the breath now. So as you inhale through the nose, try to draw your inhalations all the way down to the base of the belly. Feeling your belly expand first, then your ribs, then your chest. Nice big full inhalations, followed by a nice complete exhalation, really squeezing your belly at the bottom of that exhale, pushing all the stale air out, making space for new air, new energy, new prana to flow through the body. Keeping your focus on those big belly breaths. If you'd like to bring a slight restriction to the back of the throat, as if you're about to fog up a mirror or glass, feel free to do so. This will make your breath a little bit more audible. It helps to bring focus and clarity to the mind. It helps to relax the central nervous system, and it also helps to warm up the air before it enters the body. This type of pranayama or breath work is known as the Ujjayi breath, which is known as the victorious breath. And the reason why they call it the victorious breath is because once you bring that sound in, like I said before, it helps you bring focus and clarity to the mind. So in that sense, the ancient yogis think that we're gaining victory over the mind by having something to focus onto. So keeping your focus on those big belly breaths. Beautiful. Keeping that deep, big belly breath going, we're going to start to bring some movement into this. So connecting our breath with our movement. So as you inhale, we're going to take our arms back behind us, shine the chest up towards the ceiling, finding expansion. And as you exhale, bring the hands out in front, rounding in that upper back. Inhale, reaching back, shine the heart up. Exhale, rounding down. Beautiful. Keep moving through this at the pace of your own breath. And then start to allow this movement to become organic. So if it feels good to move your arms in a different way, maybe pausing in one spot, taking a couple big belly breaths there. Whatever feels best for you, just taking this time to really tune in and feeling what it is that your body needs right now. Starting to wake up the core, wake up the shoulders, wake up the chest, releasing the neck, maybe even waking up those hips by rocking. Beautiful. Finishing up your movements, and then returning back to a natural seat, an easy seat. And if you're not already, can we come to a cross-legged position? So you can come to easy cross-legged, like this, or how I'm sitting, or lotus pose if you like to practice lotus. And then with an inhale, reach the arms up. And as you exhale, fold it forward. Really trying to focus on finding length in the spine here and through the armpits. So with every inhale, finding a little bit more length in the spine, walking those fingertips further a little bit more, and as you exhale, melting down to the ground. Beautiful. With your next inhale, come on up, reach the arms up. Exhale, release the hands down. Very nice. We're going to switch the way the legs are crossed, so bring the other leg out in front, or if you're in Padmasana, just switch up which leg is on top. And then once again, with an inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, fold it forward. Beautiful. And once again, we're looking for that stretch in the armpits here. So really walking those fingertips forward. It's really important to stretch out the armpits because we have these major lymph nodes in our armpits. And when we stretch them out, it helps our venous flow to our heart. So it helps us to oxygenate our blood or detox the body. So really stretching those arms forward, connecting with those big belly breaths. Beautiful. With your inhale, slowly come on up, reach the arms up. Exhale, release the hands down. Very nice. We're going to come to Baddha Konasana. So soles of the feet together, knees go wide. Also known as butterfly pose or bound eagle pose. And then with an inhale, reach the arms up. And exhale, fold it forward. Beautiful. With your next inhale, come on up, reach the arms up. Exhale, release the hands down. From here, take the hands to the outer parts of the knees, help the knees back towards each other, and then step the feet wide towards the edges of the mat. Take the arms on the inner parts of the knees, place the hands on top of the feet, and release the forehead down. Beautiful. With your inhale, slowly come on up. Very nice. We're going to step our feet together, crossing the feet over top of each other. Make your way up into tabletop. So coming onto hands and knees, stacking the hands right below the shoulders. Knees are stacked right below the hips, and your toes can be tucked or untucked, whatever is most comfortable to you. We're going to start with a few rounds of cat-cow to wake up the spine a little bit more. So with an inhale, tilt the sit bones back, bring the gaze forward. And as you exhale, tuck the tailbone underneath, bring the gaze towards the thighs. Keep moving through this with the pace of your own breath. Try to use your full inhalation and exhalation to move. And try to start the movement with the tailbone. The gaze is the last to follow. Beautiful. Slowly making your way back to a neutral tabletop position. From here, you can take your knees just a little bit wider, and we're going to do what I call scraping the peanut butter jar. If you don't like peanut butter, you can pretend that it is almond butter or coconut oil or cashew butter or whatever it is that tickles your fancy. But you're going to pretend that you're the butter knife, and we're going all the way around that jar trying to scrape out every last little bit. So arching in the back, moving your way in a nice big circle, get every last little bit of that butter out, scraping it down, getting into every nook and cranny. Beautiful. Maybe it's homemade Nutella. I'm craving chocolate. And then switching direction. Beautiful. Making your way back to a neutral tabletop position. Very nice. And from here, we're going to move our way into balancing table to get that core engaged a little bit more. So I'm going to turn now just so you can see what I am talking about. You see my belly there? Yes. So in tabletop, the tendency is that we kind of pop that booty and we're trying to twerk it out. We're not twerking it out. So we're trying to get that core engagement going. So it's that action of zipping the belly button up towards the low ribs. And then you start to feel that core engagement. And you see how it looks like I'm lifting through my low ribs and my back is nice and straight instead of here dropping the belly. Zip it up. Tuck it in. Beautiful. From there, we're going to move through balancing table. So keeping that core engagement, so really tucking that tail, lifting through those low ribs, keeping that core engagement, keeping that nice long straight spine, we're going to extend the right leg straight out from the hip. Keep that tail tucked. Connecting with that big belly breath. Make sure that the toes are flexed and that the toes are pointing down towards the floor. Another tendency is that we turn the toes out to the side, and that makes our hip open and it makes it harder for us to keep that core engagement. So turn the toes down, low ribs, hugging in and up. Beautiful. If you want to go a little bit further, you can extend the left arm straight out, opposite arm. Beautiful. One more big inhale. And as you exhale, release it all down. Very nice. Let's do a round of cat-cow to flesh out the spine. So with an inhale, tilt the sit bones, bring the gaze up. Exhale, tuck the tailbone underneath, bring the gaze towards the thighs. Beautiful. Coming to a neutral tabletop position. And then once again, tucking those low ribs up, zipping the belly button up towards the low ribs. And then we're going to extend the left leg straight out. Once again, keep those toes flexed. Take a second, look back, make sure that the toes are pointing down towards the ground. Making sure we're still keeping that core engagement, feeling that fire start to burn in the belly. And then if you want to go a little bit further, you can extend the right arm forward. Beautiful. One more big inhale. And as you exhale, slowly release down. Very nice. Let's do one more round of cat-cow to flesh out the spine. So with an inhale, tilt the sit bones back, bring the gaze forward. And as you exhale, tuck the tailbone underneath, bring the gaze towards the thighs. Very nice. Making your way back to a neutral tabletop position. And we're gonna start getting that core engaged even more. So step 1 foot back at a time to high plank or the top of a push-up position. I'm gonna turn once again just to show you something. So, beautiful. From here, once again, the tendency is that we kind of pop that booty up. So tuck that tail underneath, keep lifting through those low ribs, and then try to even push up from the shoulders. See that line? That straight line of energy shooting from the heels all the way out the crown of the head. Beautiful. So keeping that engagement, connecting with those big belly breaths. Beautiful. One more big inhale. And as you exhale, send the sit bones back to downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. This might be the first down dog of the day, so feel free to walk the dog, wiggle the hips, any organic movement that feels good to you. And then coming to find stillness in your downward facing dog, let's connect with those big belly breaths. Beautiful. We're going to focus on warming up those shoulders a little bit more. But before we do, take a look at your hands. You want to make sure that your hands are shoulder distance or a little bit wider. Your middle finger should be pointing directly forward. And then spread your fingers as wide as you can and really try to focus on rooting, putting more weight into that index finger. Especially if you notice your pinkies are going white, try to bring more weight into that index finger. Beautiful. From here, with an inhale, shift it forward, high plank. Keep that tail tucked, keep lifting through the low ribs, pushing into the shoulders. Beautiful. One more big inhale. As you exhale, send the sit bones back, Adho Mukha. Beautiful. With your next inhale, shift it forward, high plank. Beautiful. One more big inhale. As you exhale, send it back, Adho Mukha. Beautiful. We're going to do one more. Inhale, shift it forward, high plank. Tails tucked. Keep lifting through those low ribs. You are so strong. Finding that straight line of energy once again, shooting from your heels all the way out the crown of the head. Beautiful. One more big inhale. As you exhale, send it back, Adho Mukha. Beautiful. We're going to take one more big inhale. And as you exhale, release the knees down to the mat, coming to sit on your heels, and we're going to stretch out the wrists a little bit. So reaching the arms out in front of us, we're going to stretch the fingers, and then make a fist. Stretch the fingers, make a fist. Stretch the fingers, make a fist. Very nice. And then placing our hands down the ground, we're going to flip up onto the tops of our hands so that the palms are facing up towards us. And you can start with your shoulders stacked right above your wrists and then kind of move backwards, finding your edge. Beautiful. And then slowly coming back onto the palms. And then we're going to turn the fingertips towards each other. And we're going to move from side to side. Beautiful. And then slowly bringing the hands back towards the front. And then we're going to make our way back into push-up. So, taking the hands, shoulder distance once again, middle fingers pointing directly forward. Spread those fingers as wide as you can. Bring your pressure into those index fingers, and then step one foot back at a time to high plank top of push-up. We're not going to be here long. Let's just take a couple big belly breaths. Beautiful. One more big inhale. Exhale, send it back. Adho Mukha. Very nice. With your inhale, look up at your hands, hop or step forward, and then bring the hands to the shins. With an inhale, come up halfway, nice flat back. Exhale and fold. Inhale, reach your arms all the way up to the ceiling. Exhale, hands through heart center. Very nice. You can release your hands down. We're going to move through a couple sun salutations to start out, to warm up. So your namaskar. If you have another variation, feel free to practice that one. I'm going to teach you my version. So with an inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, fold it forward. Inhale, come up halfway, nice flat back. Exhale, plant the hands. Hop or step back to high plank. From here, you can lower the knees down if you want, or you can challenge yourself, chaturanga, lower yourself down. Inhale for up dog or cobra. And then exhale back, Adho Mukha. Beautiful. Inhale, look up at your hands, hop or step forward. Come up halfway. Exhale and fold. Inhale, reach your arms all the way up. Exhale, hands through heart center. Very nice. Release the hands down. We're going to do two more. So inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, fold it forward. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, plant the hands. You can either hop or step back and then lower yourself down. Inhale for up dog or cobra. Exhale back, Adho Mukha. With an inhale, look up at your hands, hop or step forward. Come up halfway. Exhale and fold. Inhale, reach your arms all the way up. Exhale, hands through heart center. Release the hands down. We're going to do one more. Inhale up. Exhale, fold it forward. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, plant the hands, hop or step back. Lower yourself down. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. And then exhale back, downward facing dog. Beautiful. With your inhale, look forward, hop or step forward. Come up halfway. Exhale and fold. Inhale, come on up. Exhale, to heart center. I don't know if you guys can hear the baby squealing, but he's stoked. He's stoked that we're saluting the sun. Okay. From here, we're going to do a little bit of a shoulder opener. I'm just stepping back just so that you can see me in the camera. So we're going to take our feet hip distance or a little bit wider, just so that you feel nice and secure. And then what we're going to do, I'm going to turn so you can see. As you inhale, we're going to bring our hands back behind us, clasping the fists. Take a nice soft bend in the knees, straighten the arms, shine the heart up towards the ceiling. As you exhale, we're going to fold forward, melting the belly onto the thighs, bringing the fists up towards the ceiling. Beautiful. With your next exhale, release the hands down to the ground. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, release the hands down. Very nice. We're going to clasp again, opposite way than what you did last. Bend the knees. Inhale, shine the heart up. Exhale, fold it forward. Beautiful. With your next exhale, release the hands down. Inhale, reach the arms up towards the ceiling. Exhale, hands down. Very nice. From here, this is where if you have blocks, they're going to be useful. If you do not have blocks, that is totally fine. If you don't have blocks and you would still like to use a prop, you can also grab a couple of books that are a little bit thicker, maybe about 3 inches thick, about 6 inches tall. What other object you might have, feel free to use them. Not necessary. But if you do have blocks and you want them, come and place them up at the top of your mat. I'll show both ways so that you know what you need to do. And we're going to stand with our feet touching. I don't know if you can see that, but toes are touching and the heels are about 1 inch apart from each other. Beautiful. And then blocks can come right down beside you. Very nice. From here, with an inhale, reach the arms up. And as you exhale, fold it forward, Uttanasana, standing forward fold. So if you have blocks, you can place your hands on those blocks. So once again, super not necessary, just if you would like to have a little bit of help while you're in this pose. And if you do have blocks, as you start to open up, you can start to lower down through the levels. Maybe making your way all the way down onto the ground. We're not coming to the full forward fold yet, so don't be releasing the forehead down. We're focusing on keeping that nice long back, nice straight spine. So if you do not have blocks, your hands can be on your shins as well, if that's accessible for you. And then once again, as you open up, you can start to slowly lower your hands down until you reach the floor. And if you don't reach the floor, that is totally fine. Yoga meets you where you're at. That's why these beautiful props were created. But once again, not necessary. If you want to just use your shins, that's totally fine. So wherever you're at, finding that nice long spine, keeping the gaze forward, connecting with those big belly breaths. Legs are engaged, so if you push on your quads right now, they should feel hard. So it's that action of picking the kneecaps up. When we engage the fronts of the thighs, it allows the backs of the thighs to open. So really focusing on keeping those legs engaged. Beautiful. Let's take one more big inhale. And then as you exhale, you can fold forward, coming into the full pose. From here, you can either grab behind the calves, the ankles, if you like to take the peace fingers to the big toes, whatever variation suits you best, just finding your full expression. Beautiful. With your next inhale, bring the shins, or bring the hands to the shins, come up halfway, nice flat back. Exhale and fold. Beautiful. With your next inhale, bring your hands to your shins, come up halfway. Nice flat back. Exhale here. Beautiful. And then inhale, come up the rest of the way. Very And we're going to bring our hands to our hips for this one. We're going to move into Parsvattanasana, or pyramid pose. So we're going to step the left foot back first, only about 3 or 4 feet, depending on how long your legs are. 1 leg distance back, so not super far back. Hands on our hips. Use your pointer fingers. Make sure that your hips aren't turned to the side. We want both hips pointing towards the front of the mat. If you want to do that. There you go. We're both pointing to the front of the mat. Back toes are turned about 45 degrees. And try to make your heels in line with each other. So the heels are on the same line going back through the mat. Very nice. From here, keeping both legs straight and engaging those thighs. So that action, once again, of picking the kneecaps up. If you push on your quads, they should feel nice and hard. Then with an inhale, find length. As you exhale, fold it forward. Just going down as far as feels good for you. Once again, if you have blocks, feel free to use them here to keep that nice long back. And if you can go further, feel free. Beautiful. With your next inhale, bring your hands to your hips, come up halfway. Exhale here. Then with your inhale, come up the rest of the way. Don't come out of this pose just yet. We're going to go a step further. We're going to clasp our hands behind our back. With an inhale, shine the heart up towards the ceiling. Exhale, fold it forward. Beautiful. With your inhale, come on up. Very nice. You can bring the hands to the hips and then step your way forward to the top of the mat. Closing the eyes, let's take a couple big belly breaths. Beautiful. And then moving on to the other side. So we're going to step the right foot back now. Once again, only about 3 feet, depending on how long your legs are. 1 leg's distance. Back toes pointed 45 degrees. Heels are in line with each other. Once again, make sure both hips pointed towards the front of the mat. Very nice. From here, with an inhale, find length. Exhale, fold it forward. Really focusing on keeping those thighs engaged. Keeping that back foot engaged as well. Tendency is that we start to pick up that pinky toe. Make sure that pinky toe is rooted into the mat. Once again, if you'd like to use blocks here, feel free to do so, or coming down further onto the mat. Very nice. With your next inhale, bring the hands to the hips. Come on up. We didn't stop at halfway there. That's okay. Next time. We're going to bring our hands back behind us. Clasping the hands the opposite way of what you did last time. Little mental workout too. Very nice. With an inhale, shine the heart up. Exhale, fold it forward. Keep those legs engaged. Keep both feet grounded, rooted into that mat. Beautiful. With an inhale, come on up. Very nice. Bringing the hands to the hips. Step your foot forward. Close the eyes. Let's take a couple big belly breaths. Very nice. And then with your next inhale, let's take a flow. So inhale, reach those arms up. Exhale, fold it forward. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, plant the hands, hop or step back, lower yourself down. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, back, Adho Mukha. Beautiful. From here with an inhale, shift it forward, high plank. And let's pause here once again. Tuck that tail, lift through the low ribs, lift through the shoulders. Just gonna do a quick time check. Yeah. Keep connecting with those big belly breaths. Oh, hey Sarah, hey Jasmine. Sorry, I don't mean to distract you. Ooh, okay. Get moving. Okay. Very nice. From here, we're going to come into a side plank. So rolling onto the outer edge of the left foot, bringing the right hand to the right hip. I'm going to turn once again just so you guys can check something out. Ooh. Okay, so the tendency here is that we sink into those hips, lift the hips up. Find that arch, connecting with that core. Yeah, there we go. Very nice. If it feels good to stay here, you can. If you want to do another variation, you can extend the right arm up towards the ceiling. You can maybe extend the right leg up. Ah! Finding whatever variation suits you best. You can also do a tree leg pose. Keep lifting through those hips. Lift, lift, lift. Very nice. One more big inhale. And as you exhale, release the right arm down, coming back to high plank. Very nice. We're going to switch to the other side. So rolling onto the outer edge of that right foot, left hand comes to the hip. Once again, don't sink those hips down. Lift them up. Push, push, push. If you'd like to go further, you can extend the left arm up. You can maybe extend the left leg up. Maybe come to a tree pose variation. Beautiful. One more big inhale. As you exhale, release the left hand down, coming back to high plank. Very nice. And then let's take a flow. So shifting forward onto those tippy toes. Exhale, lower yourself down. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, back, Adho Mukha. With an inhale, reach the right leg up towards the ceiling. Take a bend in that leg, stacking the hips on top of each other, coming into scorpion tail. If it feels good to stay here, you can. If you want to go further, we're going to drop back, coming into a wild thing. Beautiful. One more big inhale. As you exhale, slowly make your way back. Three-legged dog. Extend the right leg up towards the ceiling. Beautiful. Nice big inhale. As you exhale, take a bend in that right knee. Bring the right knee to meet the right elbow. Beautiful. Inhale, that right leg up. Exhale, right knee to forehead. Inhale, up. Exhale, right knee to left elbow. Inhale, up. Exhale, release the right leg down to the mat, coming to Adho Mukha. Very nice. With an inhale, reach the left leg up. Take a bend in that left knee, stacking the hips on top of each other, coming to scorpion tail once again. If it feels good, stay here. If you want, you can drop back, coming into wild thing. everyone. So weird, I'm still not used to this. It's beautiful. One more big inhale. As you exhale, roll your way back. Three-legged dog, extend the left leg up. As you exhale, bend that left knee to left elbow. Inhale up. Exhale, left knee to forehead. Inhale up. Exhale, left knee to right elbow. Inhale up. Exhale, release the leg down. Beautiful. With an inhale, shift to forward high plank. Exhale, float on through. Beautiful. With an inhale, reach the right leg up. Exhale, step that right foot forward between the hands, sitting for high runner's lunge. If it feels good to stay here down the ground, you can, or climb to that front thigh. Whew, sorry. Beautiful. If you want to go even further, inhale, reach the arms up, following with the gaze if you want to challenge your balance. Beautiful. Nice big inhale. As you exhale, release the hands down, step your way back, Adho Mukha. If you'd like to take a flow with an inhale, shift it forward, exhale, flow it through. Beautiful. Everyone together, inhale, reach the left leg up. Exhale, step the left foot forward between the hands. Once again, coming to high runner's lunge, so we're on the balls of the right foot. If it feels good to stay on the ground, do so. If you want to come on up to that front thigh. Or if you want to challenge yourself, inhale, reach the arm. Balance. Beautiful. One more big inhale. Exhale, release the hands down, step your way back, Adho Mukha. Forward, exhale, lower yourself down. Inhale up, exhale back. Beautiful. From here with an inhale, reach the right leg up. Exhale, slowly, slowly, slowly as you can, step that foot forward between the hands. This time we're going to go lower down onto that left knee. Left toes can be tucked or untucked, whatever is most comfortable to you, and then climb up to that front thigh. Beautiful. Pushing into that thigh, finding space between the chest and the front thigh to feel that deep stretch in the psoas muscle on the left side. Beautiful. If you want to go further with an inhale, reach the arms up. Beautiful. One more big inhale. Exhale. Release the hands down. Tuck those back toes underneath. Step your way back. Mukha. Beautiful. Inhale, shift it forward. Exhale, flow it through. Very nice. With an inhale, reach the left leg up. Exhale, slowly, slowly, slowly step that foot forward between the hands. Release the right knee down to the ground. Toes can be tucked or untucked. And then come on up to that front thigh. Beautiful. Once again, we're looking for that deep stretch in the psoas muscle. If you want to go further, inhale, reach the arms up. Gaze can follow as I tell you about our psoas muscle. So the psoas muscle is one of the biggest muscles in our core muscle group. It's one of our hip flexor muscles, so it helps us lift our leg. It comes from the lumbar, reaches through the front of the hip, and attaches to the top of the femur bone. So it's really important to stretch this muscle out because it gets really tight from us sitting all the time, which, you know, I think we're probably doing while watching Netflix nowadays. So stretching it out is a great thing to do, and especially in this pose because it's shifting that hip forward, pushing into that psoas muscle. Connecting with those big belly breaths. One more big inhale. Exhale, place the hands down, step your way back, Adho Mukha. Beautiful. Once again, if you like to take a flow with an inhale, shift it forward, exhale, flow it through. Beautiful. From here, with an inhale, reach the right leg up, and then take a bend in that right knee, and as you exhale, bring the right knee forward, placing it behind the right hand down on the ground. The shin is as parallel to the front of the mat as possible. As you can see, I can't really do that, so just wherever's comfortable to you. Wiggle those back toes back, untuck that back foot, and then take a second look back. Make sure that your back leg is coming straight out of your hip. Coming into Rajakapotasana, or pigeon pose. Beautiful. From here, with an inhale, shine the heart forward, looking up, and as you exhale, slowly melting down, releasing down onto, if you have a block, you can do that, or you can do stacked fist, stacked hands, or bring your forehead straight onto the ground. Beautiful. With your next inhale, slowly come on up. Don't come out of this pose just yet. I'm just going to turn so you can see what we are doing. So from pigeon pose. Sorry. Okay. So from pigeon pose, take a look at your back leg. We're going to tuck those back toes underneath and then engage that back leg so that the knee is up off the ground. Letting the hips sink a little bit closer to the ground, keeping that leg engaged. Connecting with those big belly breaths. Beautiful. We're going to release the knee down, untuck those toes, and there's an option here. So if it feels good to stay here, you can. If you want to go further, we're going to take a bend into that left leg, bringing the foot up towards us, I guess. If it feels good, you can stay here. If you want to go further, you can reach back with the left hand, bringing the foot a little bit closer towards the buttocks. And there's a couple options here once again. You can bring that foot right into the crook of the elbow, or another variation is you can reach back with both hands, shine the heart up towards the ceiling, or pulling it in a little bit closer. So once again, finding whatever variation suits you best. Beautiful. One more big inhale. If you have hold of your foot as you exhale, very carefully let it go. Don't slingshot it down to the ground. Very nice. And then we're going to tuck those toes underneath, planting the hands on the ground. Slowly lift your way back, Adho Mukha. Do what you need to do. Let that pose integrate within the body. And then if you'd like, let's take a flow. So with an inhale, shift to forward high plank. Exhale, lower down. Inhale up. Exhale back. Beautiful. With an inhale, reach the left leg up. Exhale, take a bend in that knee. Bring the left knee right behind the left hand, coming down to the shin. Wiggle those back toes back. Untuck them. Make sure that leg is coming straight out of our hip. Then with an inhale, find length. Exhale, fold it forward. Beautiful. With an inhale, slowly come on up. Once again, we're going to tuck those back toes underneath. Engage that back leg so the knee is up off the ground. Connect with those big belly breaths. Beautiful. And then lowering the knee down. Untuck the toes. Once again, we're going to take a bend into that back knee. If this is your edge, stay here. If you want to go further, you can reach back for that foot, pulling it a little bit closer towards the buttocks. And once again, find that variation that suits you best. So if it feels good to just pull it closer to you, if you like to put it in the crease of your elbow, maybe you're reaching back with both hands. Being mindful that each side is much different. So, because we have a dominant side, right? So be mindful. You might not be able to go as far on one side as you did the other. I know that this is my side that needs a little bit more TLC. So just be very careful, listen to your body, and don't push yourself too far. Beautiful. If you have a hold of your foot, one more big inhale. As you exhale, very, very carefully let that foot back down. Don't slingshot it down. Very nice. Plant the hands and then step your way back. Adho Mukha. Beautiful. If you like to take one more flow of class, feel free to do so. Inhale, shift it forward. Exhale, lower yourself down. Inhale up. Exhale back. Beautiful. From here, we're going to practice jump throughs. So if you've never done them before, you can come down onto your knees and just take a second. Watch me as I do it. So with the hands nice and wide, I like to step my feet right tight together. Look up at your hands, take a big bend in the knees, and hop, and then like so. Just like that. It's so easy, right? Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to try it. So, starting from Adho Mukha, step the feet together, look up at your hands, big bend in the knees. You're going to hop forward and then cross the feet over top of each other and then kick them out and come to sit on your buttocks. Did you guys do it? I can't see if you did it, but yay for everyone. Awesome. So, you can keep trying it or not. Make your way onto your buttocks and I'll meet you there. Awesome. Okay, so from here, coming to Dandasana, staff pose. So pull that fleshy part out so your sit bones are right on the ground. Sitting up nice and tall. Legs are engaged, so once again, that action of picking the kneecaps up so the quads are nice and hard. Then with an inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, fold it forward. Beautiful. With an inhale, come on up, reach the arms up. Exhale, release the hands down. Beautiful. We're going to place the hands behind us about, I'm going to say 6 inches. About 6 inches. Stacked a little bit behind the shoulders. Fingertips are pointing back towards our buttocks. I don't know if you guys can see that in that little image there. But fingertips pointing that way. And then from here, with an inhale, we have 2 options. You can either come onto the soles of your feet and lift the hips up towards the ceiling. Or if you want to challenge yourself, we're going to do a reverse plank, coming all the way up. So whichever variation, with an inhale, lift the hips up. Beautiful. One more big inhale. And as you exhale, slowly lowering down. Very nice. And then we're going to fold it forward. So inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, fold it forward. Beautiful. Inhale, come on up, reach the arms up. Exhale, release the hands down. Very nice. We're going to step our feet in. I'm grabbing in behind the thighs. Come up onto your tippy toes, tiptoes, feet in as close as you can. And then slowly pick one shin up. And then the other. Beautiful. Moving our way into Navasana boat pose. If you want to go further, you can release the arms. Maybe try to straighten the legs. And I'm just going to turn so you can see this once again. So when we're here, we're making sure we're not hunching that upper back. Shine the heart forward, sitting up nice and straight. Beautiful. One more big inhale. And then as you exhale, very, very slowly make your way onto your back, as slow as you can. Once you're there, nice big belly breath. Beautiful. From here, with an inhale, reach your arms up overhead. Exhale, hug your knees in towards your chest. Beautiful. Keeping the right knee hugged into the chest, extend the left leg down along the mat. With every inhale, try to find a bit more length in the spine. As you exhale, pull that knee a little closer. Beautiful. We're going to bring that left hand down to our left hip. The right arm is going to come on the inner part of the right knee, grabbing the outer edge of the foot, and then pull the sole of the foot up towards the ceiling. Knees bent at 90 degrees, half happy baby pose. Beautiful. Slowly release the foot down, hug the knee back in towards the chest. And then we're going to extend the right arm down along the ground. With an inhale, find length. As you exhale, pull the right knee across the body, coming into a spinal twist. Sorry, I was trying to crack my back. By the way, just for anyone who's out there, my rib is out of place. If anyone knows a body worker who's doing some work right now, because I know most places are shut down, send them my way. Beautiful. Anyway, sorry. Going back to your big belly breaths. Beautiful. With an inhale, bring the knee back up to center. And as you exhale, hug both knees back in towards the chest. Beautiful. Keeping the left knee hugged into the chest, extend the right leg long along the mat. Once again, with every inhale, find a little bit more length. As you exhale, pull that knee a little bit closer. Beautiful. Right hand is going to come to the right hip. Left arm is going to go on the inner part of that knee, grabbing the outer edge of the left foot, and then pull the left foot up towards the ceiling. Once again, knee is bent at 90 degrees. Beautiful. Slowly bring the knee back towards the chest. And then extending the left arm down along the mat. With an inhale, find length. As you exhale, pull the left knee across the body, coming into a spinal twist. Gaze can go opposite of the knee if it's comfortable for the neck. Beautiful. Inhale, come on up. And as you exhale, hug both knees back in towards the chest. Beautiful. Taking the hands on their respective knees, so right on right, left on left. Start to pull the knees wide towards the armpits. And then coming into full happy baby pose, we're going to take the arms on the inner parts of the knees, grab the outer edges of the feet, pull the feet up towards the ceiling. If it feels good to stay still, you can, or if you like to slowly rock from side to side, moving with the breath, massaging out the low back and the internal organs. Beautiful. And then coming back to stillness. The feet towards each other and then release the feet down to the mat, letting the knees go wide. Coming into a supine version of butterfly pose or Supta Baddha Konasana. Hands can be on the belly, they can be down beside you, they can be on the head, wherever feels most comfortable to you. And then connecting with those big belly breaths. Beautiful. Taking one more big inhale. And exhale. Then bringing the hands down to the outer parts of the knees. Help the knees back towards each other. With an inhale, reach your arms up overhead. And as you exhale, hug the knees back in towards the chest. Let's lift our forehead up towards our knees, squeezing yourself into a tight little ball. Taking one more big inhale. And as you exhale, releasing out, stretching the legs out. Let your feet fall open to the sides. Let your arms fall open beside you. Closing the eyes and coming into our final pose, Shavasana. Most important pose of our practice, where after all your hard work, you allow your body its much deserved rest. So in Shavasana, closing the eyes, let's take a nice big inhale through the nose. Exhale out of the mouth. Beautiful. 2 more times. Nice big inhale. And exhale. Once more. Nice big inhale. And exhale. Beautiful. Returning back to your natural breath, your natural rhythm. Inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the nose. And once again, taking a moment here to check in and notice how you're feeling. Noticing any differences now than when we first started practice today. And then bringing your focus back towards your breath. With every inhale, finding a little bit more space. And with every exhale, melting into the ground a little bit more. Feel free to stay here in Shavasana as long as you'd like. Just as with every pose in yoga, the longer you can stay there, the more beneficial it is. This is where I'm going to sign off. But thank you all so much for joining me this evening. From the bottom of my heart to each and every one of yours. Namaste.